Hi, it's me. Well, if you're new here, my name is Danielle. I also go by Danny. And this wasn't the video that I was going to post. I have a whole other video that I filmed and I'm almost halfway done editing and I stopped. Why? Because we're going to do this video instead. What is this video? What are we doing in today's video? We're decluttering. That's right. It's a decluttering challenge and I'm going to explain how and why I'm doing this. You betcha. I'm also from Minnesota. I've been told that I have a deep Minnesota accent. Well, right there I was, pumping it up a little bit, but I've been told that and I don't hear it. No, I don't. I don't. Okay, we're off to a great start. You betcha. Okay, let me get right into it, which is unusual for me because I usually never get right into a video. I usually go on and on, but we're going to get into it. The reason why is because this is important. There are a lot of things in today's video that I want to go over. There's a lot of ground I want to cover. And lately I've been talking about this a lot on my channel lately, that I've been feeling all of the feelings. My feelings are having feelings. And I feel that. All those feelings. It's a lot of feelings. I need to get out of my own head. I've been in a little bit of a funk lately. I'm a little stressed. I'm a little uneasy. I just spilled coffee everywhere. Coffee addict. There's a reason why I'm wearing this shirt too, and I'll explain later. I've had this shirt forever. When I feel this way, it is important for me to have clear spaces, clear areas, clear home. When my home is clean, tidy, it's picked up, there isn't a bunch of clutter and crap everywhere. My head is clear. And right now, it's not. With everything going on right now, which too much to get into, my eyeball itched. With everything that's going on, which is way too much to get into, the last thing that I want is for my house to be flipped upside down. Now, I'll be honest. I've been on a journey to minimalism for a while. I've never considered myself to be an extreme minimalist. I consider myself to be a moderate minimalist, and that's where my family and I feel comfortable. But since I started this journey to minimalism, my house stays picked up for a longer length of time. Like, it looks better, it looks nice for a longer period of time because I'm not having to manage as much stuff. So regardless, there's some things in this house that are bugging me. I am at a point now in my journey where the goal is still not extreme minimalism, but I feel like I've been taking a step backwards. What's happening is I used to be a shopping addict. We're gonna get into that. I've never said that out loud, but I was. I'm gonna talk about that. But when I would get stressed, or I was feeling a lot of anxiety, or I was upset, or I was bored, I would shop. And that's when I did the most mindless shopping. But it's hard to break those habits. This is not a sprint. This isn't a journey that you get through in a day and a night. It's a journey that can take however long it needs to take for you. It's not a one size fits all. Everybody's journey is different. The length of time that it takes to get to where you want to meet your goals, that makes sense. It just depends. There's no one size fits all. I noticed that I've been taking a step backwards for a little while now, and I need to get back on track. So we're going to talk about that. But today we are doing a decluttering challenge. I am going through every room in the house and I am going to remove a certain amount of items, an amount of items that I feel comfortable with. Now you can choose whatever amount of items you want to let go of, but this is going to be quick. I don't want to spend a ton of time on this. I just want a stress reliever. I just want to remove stuff that I know that I don't want, need, or use. I want it out of my house. I think that's going to help lower my stress levels. And I think that I picked a certain amount of stuff for each room because that's what I felt comfortable with. I'm gonna show you that amount. Now, you can do the same amount, you can do more, you can do less. It also depends on where you're at. Maybe you're just starting to declutter. This is a great video then. This is a great video for you because that way we can do this challenge together and you can kind of get a kickstart on your decluttering journey. Maybe you've been on a decluttering journey, you're a minimalist, or maybe you're just, a pro at decluttering and you just want to do like a little refresh. Do the challenge with me. It really doesn't matter what, where you are in your journey. This is going to be a great video for everyone. And also let me just explain, because I never shut up, you don't have to be a decluttering expert to start to declutter. You don't have to be an organization expert. You don't have to be an organizational pro to get organized. You don't have to. You don't have to be a clean freak to keep up with a clean house. You don't have to be those things. Anyone can do this. The bottom line is there's no secret. It's work. I don't like it when I see on YouTube, well, let me backtrack. I was gonna say I don't like it when I see on YouTube people cutting corners or saying, oh, this is you can do this in 5 minutes and it's going to do all this magic to your house. Okay, let me be honest with you. I don't think that that's necessarily true. But I also think that there are easier, simpler ways to simplify your house, to keep a clean, tidy, clutter-free home. Absolutely. I think that there are ways to make it easier. Absolutely. But the bottom line is, it's work. It's taken me 2 years to get to where I am. And there's no easy way out of it. It's time consuming, it's tedious, it can be a freaking emotional roller coaster. So I don't like it when I see things that it's like, oh, quick fix. This is the easy way. Nothing is easy. Nothing worth having is easy. It just isn't. And you know what? Do you know where the gratification comes from? The sense of accomplishment comes from? Hard work. That's where it comes from. It's the work that makes it worth it. So today we're not gonna get too worked up, but we're gonna start. So let's get going. Okay, here's the list. I have it right here. So, hope you can see this. Sorry about my handwriting. Decluttering challenge. I am going to read this off. Now, there is a main bathroom and a small bathroom. So with the main bathroom, I'm not worried about, actually, you know what? I'm gonna remove at least one item from the small bathroom, but the main bathroom, we're gonna remove 4 items. There's 3 bedrooms, so Ian and I's room, and then the kids' room. So with the kids' stuff and Ian's stuff, they let go of their own stuff. Now, I've talked about, I'm actually gonna link this video in the description box because in this video, I talk about when I help other people declutter, how I go about that. Bottom line is, I help declutter, but I do not make the final decisions. That's Cleo. She's my shadow. Oh, that's nice. I don't let go of their stuff without their permission. I help declutter, but they make the final decisions on everything because I don't know what's important to them and what is and what's not. But I do want to remove 3 items from all of the bedrooms. So 4 season, we're gonna start in here, 4 items, kitchen, 4 items, dining room, 2 items, living room, 2 items, bedrooms, 3 items, small bathroom, 1 item, main bathroom, 4 items, entryway, hallway, 2 items, basement, 6 items. That basement, we need to do a makeover on sometime in the near future. I'm trying to get that ready and we need to start really clearing that out. So this is my decluttering challenge. This does not have to be yours. If you want this to be yours, you want to use this as a guide, great. If this is too much, don't do this much. If you don't want to go, if you don't even have to do all of the rooms, you don't even have to do a room. If you are just starting and you don't feel comfortable, you know, covering all of those, you know, your whole house, then don't do it. Don't do anything that you're not comfortable with. These dining, so I did a DIY on this table a long time ago when I made over the dining room. The table I love, the chairs I hate. The chairs are junked. I have to get all new chairs. So eventually these 4 chairs are gonna go, but I was going to reupholster them. I'm never gonna reupholster them. So this, I have a piece of fabric on 2 of the seats, but I was throwing this pillowcase cover, I know I say pillow funny, I was throwing this over the chairs. I don't want these. I don't like them, and I don't like them. So these are going. These can get donated. So I'm gonna wash them and then donate them. I've been doing this for a couple of years. I'm okay and very comfortable with letting go of this amount of stuff. And to be honest, for me, this isn't a lot. But I'm on a time frame. I want to move this quick. And I just want to start getting rid of stuff that I know doesn't need to be in here. But I would recommend starting with a drawer. Yes, something as small and simple as a drawer makes a huge difference. Huge. You may not think that decluttering a cabinet or a drawer or a closet, a small area, is a big deal, or maybe under your bed, but it is. It's huge, because the moment you start moving, the moment that you start decluttering, you eventually get into a rhythm. And this rhythm propels you to want to keep going. It's like when you're cleaning. If you force yourself to get up and declutter and clean and organize for 5 minutes, it's amazing what 5 minutes can do. It's amazing what you can get done in 5 minutes. Set a timer for 5 minutes. I promise, I don't promise because I can't make promises, but I'm pretty sure once you reach that 5-minute mark and you see you're doing the motions, sometimes it's just about getting up and doing the motions, you'll start to feel the motivation. And you know, there are times when we don't feel like doing anything. Trust me, I've been there plenty of times before. But sometimes, and I don't have the motivation, but sometimes it's not about motivation. Sometimes it's about determination. Because I tell myself, if I don't do anything today, is it going to be better for me tomorrow? It's probably not. If I don't do anything today, the mess, the clutter, it's all gonna be there waiting for me tomorrow. So even if I'm not motivated, even if I don't feel the motivation, I will force myself. I am determined to get up and do at least 5 to 10 minutes. I prefer 15. I recommend 15. I know that's a long period of time, but I do recommend 15 minutes, and you will start, you'll notice yourself just doing the motions of cleaning and decluttering. You'll start to feel the motivation, and then the motivation comes. First determination, then motivation. And just don't be hard on yourself. Give yourself grace, because this isn't always easy, and everybody's different. Don't ever compare yourself to other people. I used to do this. I used to compare myself to how fast other people were moving. I used to compare myself on how better other people's houses looked. Like if I was sitting on YouTube watching a YouTube video on organization or decluttering or cleaning, and I would see how flawless and effortless it was for them, and how gorgeous their house was, and how perfectly organized it was, it made me feel like, what the freak? Like, what the hell's wrong with me? Well, there's nothing wrong with me. It's just, that's their life. You're comparing apples to oranges. My life is my life. It's never gonna be somebody else's life. My situation, my scenario is so much different than their situation. So you can't compare yourself. You do things on your own term, in your own ways, and on your own terms, in your own way. And I lost it. Damn. I was there. That's how easy it is for me to get lost. It's because my brain's moving 1,000 miles per minute and then it vomits out. I'm sorry if I've also had a lot of coffee.
Is that your bed, Mia? Is that your bed? That's your bed. That's not, it's not Ian and I's bed. That's your bed. Yes, it is.
Do you want to know what is Cleo's bed?
What's Cleo's bed?
My bed and the couch.
I know. She's like obsessed with your bed.
She can't get enough of it.
I know. Okay, so right off the bat, we're getting rid of this. So this thing has just been a pain. It's broke. We need different lighting in here. Oopsie. Hold on. And eventually we're gonna make over this room because seriously, this room is awful. Like, it's awful. Let's get, this is Ian's stuff, so yeah, it's awful. So is the drawer, it's just bad. I'm just gonna go through this really quickly. This that can go, I hate getting rid of this. I took it, it was in the Four Seasons, it's clean. And I was gonna put it back in here, but there's a huge hole in it, and no. Those are one of my favorite pajamas, but I'm not gonna wear it. This I will never wear. It will never happen. I know, I gotta fold my clothes. I gotta fold them. Don't look. Don't look. Judgment free zone. These can go. And my mom, this was my mom's. She let me borrow it. She doesn't want it back, but I don't want it either. So we'll go ahead and put that there. And then I think, oh my gosh, this is a disaster. We got to go through clothes. I am just going to call this good for right now. Because what I am going to do, there's a video that's going to come out. One video is going to be of me completely making over this room. The other one is going to be, I'm going to get rid of all of my clothes, like pretty much all of my clothes. But before I do that, I want a uniform. I want a weekly uniform. And this is my favorite, one of my favorite shirts. This is one shirt that I will never let go of. It's got paint on it. I don't care. It's my favorite. I'll never part with it. There are a select few items, articles of clothing, that I will keep forever. It's not a lot. The rest of my clothes is out of here. So I wrote a list of exactly what I need. How many leggings, how many jeans, how many sweatshirts, how many sweaters, how many button-ups, how many t-shirts, how many long sleeves. And what I'm going to do is, and it's going to take me a while to accumulate this stuff, but I'm going to accumulate this. That's going to be it. It's just going to be this specific list of clothes. And that is it. Everything else is going. I'm going to get rid of like 90% of my clothes, and we're going to keep to this list. And I have to slowly accumulate it, and I'm going to make a video out of it. And that is going to be my new wardrobe, new weekly uniform, because I am so sick of having to think about what I want to wear, and I am so sick of wearing the same things over and over and over again. I have literally worn the same pieces of clothing for the last 2 years, and I'm done. I want a whole new wardrobe. I want to simplify the crap out of it so I don't have to think about it, and we're going to get rid of 90% of my clothes. So I think this was good in here. I lost it. There. That's how easy it is for me to get lost. It's because my brain's moving 1,000 miles per minute and then it vomits out. I'm sorry if I've also had a lot of coffee. I was kind of pointed to my chesticle areas. What the, just stop. I'm not editing this video. I meant to, you know, coffee addicts, stop talking. Anywho, I'm not editing this video. I'm not editing this part of the video.
because this is real. We need to see more real life on YouTube. I'm gonna get into a rant. I have a feeling like I'm already doing stuff, but because I talk too much, I'm at the bottom of the screen somewhere, or maybe up top, maybe down below, because I talk too much. I can't help it, it's fine. So I bet we're already on the move. I bet we're already decluttering. But no, seriously, there was something important that I wanted to talk about, because I think a lot of times when we see things on social media, you're seeing the best parts of their day. You're seeing what they want to show you, and which is understandable. I get it. I'm not judging or judging. I'm just saying that a lot of times what you're seeing on social media is most likely not 100% their real life. And you're seeing a lot of times a picture perfect version of it. And listen, maybe it's not a picture perfect. Maybe that is their real life, to each its own, and maybe that's what you like to watch. Maybe that's something that motivates you. I think that you should do whatever makes you happy. And I think that if you find someone on YouTube that maybe their house looks immaculate and it's perfect and they've labeled everything, including, the bananas. I just seen bananas, that's why I said that. And that motivates you, then that's great. I think we all connect to people differently. So, there's some people who may watch this video and be like, what the hell is wrong with this chick? She's odd. Watch my other videos, that's odd. I'm weird, I'm awkward, I'm odd, I'm all over the place, I'm a hot mess. I talk a lot, way too much. I can't stop because I love talking with all of you. I love connecting with all of you. And, but there's some people who may watch me and they're not gonna relate to me. I'm not their cup of tea. And that's fine. Obviously I wanna be everybody's cup of tea. Stick around for tea time. Of course I want you here, but sometimes people, we're all different. We all jam to other people differently. That was weird. So bottom line is, whatever, motivates you and inspires you, then watch it on YouTube, whoever your favorite YouTuber is. But I would personally like to see a little more reality in real life, in real conversations, than seeing the perfectionism, all the time. Because I think sometimes when you're seeing that all of the time, it can make you feel like you have to strive for a certain amount of perfectionism, and I think that life is imperfect. And I think it's the imperfections that is what makes life fun, and it's what makes moments enjoyable and fun. And yeah, so where was I going with this again? Oh, that's what I was gonna say. I think that sometimes, kind of relaying back to what we're seeing on social media, I think that sometimes when we're watching very organized videos, like organization is most definitely the hardest thing for me. I have a difficult time organizing. I love bins and baskets, all of the organizing materials. I want to label more. These are things that just work for me, for my family and I enjoy it. And I think a lot of times when we see stuff that looks very organized, very pretty, very aesthetically pleasing, it can motivate us to want to continue that throughout our home. But then there's some people like my mother who keeps everything in their original packaging and doesn't like bins or baskets or labeling stuff. That's not her jam. She doesn't row her boat that way. So what I'm trying to get at is that it's, what's best for your family. What works for you and your family. So do that. But I do think when it comes to organizing bins and baskets and labeling everything, I think sometimes we may be going a little overboard. So I know for me, that if I were to literally label and over organize, it's about finding that balance. And sometimes that's difficult to find, but if you keep doing it, eventually you'll figure out what works for you. You'll find the balance. But I think that when I'll speak on behalf of myself here, that if I were to over organize the crap out of my entire home, I think it may have, I hope I'm using the right word, it may have an adverse effect where it makes me feel a little down on myself, because then I strive for perfectionism, and it's not so much about the perfectionist aesthetic, it's about the functionality of it. So I think once you get to a place where it functions for you, then you can start thinking about the aesthetic. But the first most important thing is how it functions. And I think once you lay that foundation down, how it functions, then you can kind of figure out how far you want to go with organization, like organizing bins and baskets and labeling. But first you got to lay that foundation down, which is making sure that your home is organized to where it functions well for you and your family. So I think sometimes we get too caught up in the hype of over organizing, over labeling, and then we kind of lose sight of that. So that was what I was trying to get at. Long much. Anyway, I am now officially, I'm sure I've already been working, but I am officially going to start working. Okay, from the basement, this duffel bag, this is Ian's. Ian said he doesn't want it, it's really beat up. His work has given him like 4 of these things. So he has 1 in his car, 2 in the bedroom, and then this one. So this one's been sitting downstairs, so this can go. Then I found this book that no one has read, this empty box that I was gonna save for Christmas that, no, empty Lysol sanitizer, because I got a laundry room downstairs. This was sitting downstairs on that shelf forever. And then floating around, I found 2 party decor that I will never use again. So let's count up how much. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Technically 7, but I'm counting 6 for the basement. This is what I removed, minus the 3 bins that are up against the wall. Everything else I'm removing. I found 2 items outside that I was gonna DIY, I'll never do, so these 2 are going. Again, I gotta write all this down. Where's my list? Where did I put it? Where did I put my list? Okay, I kind of messed up my list a little bit because I rewrote some stuff. I have 6 items in the bathroom, 2 items outside. I wasn't even gonna do outside. The 4 season, we went well above 4 items. I think 7 items plus a lot of fabric and recycling. The kitchen was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 items. So that's good. The dining room was 2 items. Living room was 2 items. And then my bedroom, I think we got rid of 5 items. Zoe's room, she got rid of 3. Lucas's room, he got rid of 5. The main bathroom, I got rid of 6. I didn't do the small bathroom. The entryway hallway, I think I got rid of 8 stuff. So I think that's right. Don't quote me on it, but bottom line is I got rid of the amount that I wanted to get rid of, plus some. I do count, now a lot of you may be thinking, okay, this is trivial stuff. You're right, it is. It is trivial. Most of this stuff is junk. It's junk stuff that's just been sitting in my house. And you know, I think a part of it is I'm not being as intentional as I would like to be. I need to start working a lot harder on being intentional. I think minimalism is being intentional. And again, my goal was never to set out to be an extreme minimalist, and I've said that from day one. I've always considered myself to be a moderate minimalist because it's not just me and the family. I have 3 other people in this house that extreme minimalism is just not gonna work for them, especially my husband. He has a very difficult time letting go of anything. I'm still working with him on that. So I can't just let everything go and just, you know, push through this process. I have 3 other people that I have to keep in mind, and you know, I have to figure out what is comfortable for them. But you know, I think that shopping has always been a really hard thing for me to overcome. If I wasn't, I was well on my way to becoming a shopaholic, that's for sure. And I still revert back to wanting to shop when I'm stressed or upset, or not so much when I'm bored. I don't boredom shop anymore, but mostly when I'm upset. And the most difficult is online shopping because it's right at your fingertips. You jump on your computer, you jump on your phone, and there you go. And that's difficult, that's hard to avoid. But, you know, I think I'm also on the positive side, on the bright side, I think I'm also reaching a point in my decluttering journey where most of it is just the leftover crap. Some of it is that I'm not being super intentional, and I need to be more intentional because I don't want to fill up my home. I don't want a lot of clutter. I don't want hidden, sorry, my camera died again. I don't want a bunch of hidden clutter like in this cabinet, because even though it's hidden, it's still in the back of my mind. It's still stressing me out. I know that it's there. So, but I do think that I'm getting to a point in my journey where now we're getting down to the stuff that really is either super important, like super sentimental, super important, can't part with it, or having a very difficult time parting with, or the crap, the trivial stuff. And honestly, the sentimental stuff, that's super difficult for me to go through. I have tried going through it. Every time that I think about doing it, I'm not ready to yet. I'm not ready to go through that stuff yet. But when it comes to the trivial stuff, I can let go of that no problem. And that's kind of what this was. So I hope that, I will say one thing though. I am getting a new beads for my coffee table. I just don't like this one. So either that, nothing in this pile is getting replaced. But I hope that you enjoyed today's video. Again, this wasn't the video that I wanted to, it wasn't the video I originally set out to put out, but that video will be out sometime in the future. And yeah, I hope that this was motivating. I hope that you enjoyed it. And you know, these are just my thoughts and opinions. I definitely, I'm no expert in anything. And, but I do hope that this was motivating, and that you decluttered along with me, and that you were able to remove some items that have been bothering you in your home, and that made sense. And I just hope that you enjoyed it. So I think that was it. Was I able to talk about my dream? If not, I have to talk about that in the next video because it's very important. I might not have been able to get to it in today's video, but it rocked my world. So if I didn't talk about it in today's video, please stick around for future videos because I need to talk about that. And yeah, there's a backstory on that. There's a lot that I gotta go over with that. But this is all going, some of it's new, I can donate, some of it is in good condition, I can donate, some of it's recycling, and I don't see a lot of garbage, to be honest. So most of it's gonna be recycled or donated. And that is it. I'm shocked. There's always stuff. There's always stuff. And that's the thing. Decluttering, organizing, cleaning, it's forever. It's forever, because stuff is going to constantly come in. Stuff is constantly going to come in and out of the house. It just is. And it's always going to be a journey, and it's always going to be a process. And I don't have it all figured out. I don't have it right yet. I really don't. I'm still working on things, especially shopping. That is so freaking difficult for me. And I want to, especially also essential items, I want an abundance of essential items because I want that stuff here with me in case I need it. The what if items are really, that's a hard one. And I'm still working on that. There's so much more work that I have to do. But not only, if you're new here, not only do I, you know, clean, decluttering, I'm gonna be doing a lot more cleaning on the channel, a lot more organization on the channel, but not only do I declutter in my home, I also am on a journey to declutter my cabin. It's our family cabin. I am on a journey with my parents to declutter their home. They have 30 plus years of stuff. They got a lot of stuff. They've never decluttered before. So those are so fun. Those videos are so fun. I do a lot of makeover videos, a lot of DIYs. DIYs and makeovers are like super fun for me. I love to decorate. Decorating is something I'm not super minimal with, especially holiday seasonal decor. I talk all about that in the last video. But yeah, that is it. Should I clean a little? Should I clean or should we just let this, should we let it go? Because the house is pretty much clean. I'm gonna be honest with you. It looks pretty good. It looks pretty good. So maybe we'll skip that for today. Or maybe I'll do like a little quick thing. It's a surprise. My house is cleaned. It's pretty good. We'll skip it. If you like today's video and you enjoyed it, I would love for you to subscribe, stick around. It's a good time here. It's fun. And I hope that you liked it. Thank you so much for being here with me. I appreciate you so much. And we will talk to you on the next one. Bye, everyone.
Love you guys.
Love you. Zoe says love you. Love you guys.
Love you, Pam.
Bye.